in the heart of a vast jungle, there lived a mighty lion named Leo. Leo was known far and wide as the king of the jungle, not only for his strength and majestic appearance, but also for his wisdom and fairness. Despite his imposing stature and powerful roar, Leo was a kind-hearted ruler who believed in protecting every creature in his domain, big or small. One sunny morning, Leo set out to patrol his kingdom. As he roamed through the dense foliage and sunlit clearings, he came across a peculiar sight. A tiny mouse, barely the size of a leaf, was frantically scurrying around. The mouse, whose name was Milo, was trying to carry a large piece of fruit back to his burrow, but was struggling under its weight. Leo chuckled softly at the sight. "Little one," he said in his deep voice, "why do you burden yourself with something so large?" Startled, Milo dropped the fruit and looked up. Seeing the towering lion, he trembled but quickly composed himself. "Your Majesty, I need to store food for my family. The jungle is vast, and finding food is often challenging for someone as small as me." Impressed by Milo's determination, Leo gently nudged the fruit closer to the mouse with his paw. "Here, take it. But next time, do not hesitate to ask for help." Milo's eyes widened with gratitude. "Thank you, Your Majesty. You are as kind as you are strong." With that, Milo scurried off, his tiny heart filled with admiration for the great lion. The trap. Days turned into weeks, and life in the jungle continued as usual. One day, as Leo wandered near the edge of the jungle, he stepped into a hidden trap set by hunters. Thick ropes tightened around his paws, and a net sprang up, suspending him in the air. Despite his strength, Leo's roars of frustration and struggle only seemed to tighten the ropes. The jungle grew silent as the other animals watched helplessly from afar. None dared to approach the trapped lion, fearing the hunters who would surely return. Far away, Milo heard the distant roar. Recognizing the voice of the kind lion who had once helped him, Milo's heart filled with both fear and resolve. "Leo needs help," he thought. "And I must try, no matter how small I am." With his tiny legs, Milo raced toward the source of the sound. When he arrived, he found Leo hanging in the trap, his golden mane tangled in the ropes. "Milo," Leo said, his voice weary but filled with relief, "you should not be here. It is dangerous." Milo stood tall on his hind legs. "Your Majesty, you once helped me when I needed it most. Now it is my turn to help you." Before Leo could protest, Milo began gnawing at the ropes with his sharp teeth. Despite his size, Milo's determination was unwavering. Bit by bit, the ropes began to fray. The rescue. Hours passed, and Milo's teeth worked tirelessly. Finally, with one last bite, the main rope snapped, and the net collapsed. Leo landed on the ground with a loud thud, but was free at last. The great lion looked at the tiny mouse, who was panting with exhaustion, but smiling triumphantly. "Milo," Leo said, his voice filled with gratitude, "you have saved my life. I owe you a debt I can never repay." Milo shook his head. "Your Majesty, you taught me that even the smallest among us can make a difference. That lesson is reward enough." Before they could celebrate, the sound of footsteps echoed through the jungle. The hunters were returning. Leo's eyes narrowed. "We must leave, quickly." But Milo had another idea. "No, Your Majesty. We must teach them that the jungle is not theirs to harm." The plan. Milo scurried off to rally the animals of the jungle. Birds, monkeys, elephants, and even the tiniest insects gathered at his call. Under Milo's guidance, they devised a plan to outsmart the hunters. When the hunters arrived at the trap, they found it empty. Before they could react, birds swooped down, pecking at their hats and equipment. Monkeys swung from the trees, dropping fruits and sticks to create confusion. Elephants trumpeted loudly, shaking the ground, while a swarm of bees buzzed menacingly around the hunters. Amid the chaos, Leo emerged, his majestic form striking fear into the hunters' hearts. With a powerful roar, he declared, "This jungle belongs to its creatures. Leave and never return." Terrified and overwhelmed, the hunters fled, leaving their traps and equipment behind. A new bond. The jungle erupted in cheers as the animals celebrated their victory. Leo looked at Milo and said, "Today, you have shown us all that courage and intelligence are not measured by size. You are the bravest of us all, Milo." From that day on, Milo became Leo's closest ally and advisor. The lion and the mouse, though so different in size, shared a bond of mutual respect and friendship that inspired the entire jungle. And so, the jungle thrived under the wise and brave leadership of its king and his tiny yet fearless friend, proving that true strength lies in unity and the willingness to help one another, no matter how big or small.